None of the intelligence officers I've ever met, sorry about this by the way, none of you look like the James Bond type. They're not superhuman, they're just ordinary people conducting a job that in this case keeps the UK safe.
James Bond does some incredible stuff. I don't think we can compete. I would say that we don't have any real James Bonds in our organisation, sadly.
There are three kinds of intelligence agency in the United Kingdom. MI6 is mostly concerned with threats from abroad, MI5 is mostly concerned with domestic threats, and GCHQ does a lot of intelligence gathering around signals intelligence, telecommunications and satellite surveillance.
The intelligence services have faced numerous threats over the years, from the Second World War, when it's gathering intelligence on Nazi Germany, the Cold War, when we return yet again to monitoring the Soviet threat, terrorism, the rise of China, Russia.
Historically, recruitment was very opaque. There is the traditional idea of a tap on the shoulder at university, usually Oxbridge. During the Second World War, women proved their mettle in terms of being excellent spies, but in the aftermath of the Second World War, the agencies went back to recruiting mostly male, mostly people from a particular elite background. It wasn't until 1973 that the marriage ban was lifted. Before then, women had to leave the Secret Intelligence Service if they wanted to marry.
More recently, the chief of MI6, SIS, Richard Moore, actually issued an apology on behalf of his service on the attitudes towards LGBTQ+ individuals within his organisation for the preceding 40, 50 years.
My name's Jo and I work for GCHQ, the Government Communications Headquarters. Diversity is really, really important to us at GCHQ. Our work involves tackling some really kind of complex, knotty problems, and in order to be successful at our mission, we need a real mix of minds. So we need people from different backgrounds who've had different life experiences to come and work with us.
Today, recruitment's actually changed quite a lot. You can go on MI5 or MI6's website and apply direct to the intelligence agencies.
I think definitely the tap on the shoulder is not something that happens these days. It's really very different.
I work as an intelligence analyst in GCHQ. I've been working there for 5 years. I heard about this role on a recruitment website. I wasn't sure if it was what it was really about because the description was quite limited, but I knew I always wanted to work in the public sector, so I thought I'd give it a go and just applied.
There isn't one type of person that the intelligence agencies are looking for. You couldn't have the kind of cold-hearted, misogynistic loner that James Bond represents in the intelligence agencies today, because they wouldn't be able to function as part of a team. The one overriding characteristic you need as an intelligence officer is discretion. You can't have people blabbing about what they do in the pub or to their friends because that is a security threat.
We're really looking for people who can work as a team. We want people who are thoughtful, are kind and considerate, care about the people they're working with, and also care about doing the right thing and keeping the country safe.
I think being patient is really important for our job. Sometimes it's really difficult to have all the answers. I think it's really important as well to be a bit creative with your solutions. Sometimes we have a lot of data, so it's good to be able to think of unique and creative ways to look at that data.
Some of the obstacles for us are the stereotypes that are out there in the James Bond films and other fiction around what spies are like and what people working for our organisations look like and how they behave.
I was definitely aware of the spy stereotypes in terms of UK government security, and I was a bit nervous of that. I think I was more nervous of particularly not fitting in, maybe being a female from a certain background, sticking out like a sore thumb.
Well, they may not be as handsome as Daniel Craig or Sean Connery, but still the majority of people who are recruited into the agencies are male. The agencies have varied in terms of how they've been able to put diversity into practice. MI5, the security service, was the first one to have a female lead. GCHQ has also now had a female lead appointed to the agency. MI6, as of 2023, hasn't yet had a female leader of the organisation.
In 2018, the UK's Intelligence and Security Committee released a report that looked at involvement from black, ethnic minority, background groups within the intelligence community. Around 7-8% of the workforce come from these underrepresented groups, and in all areas there was much room for improvement.
We talk about diversity as being mission critical in GCHQ, and that's because we have to solve some really difficult, complex problems. And in order to do that, we need people who think differently from one another. We need people who will come at problems from a different angle.
The intelligence agencies are recruiting from diverse backgrounds because operationally it's important. You need an intelligence officer who might understand the culture and the environment they're going to be operating in.
I definitely feel like I really fit in. It's a really inclusive environment and it's really friendly and supportive, so I would genuinely say to anyone who is thinking about it to definitely give it a go.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed that, be sure to check out these videos next, and if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and click the bell to get a notification each time we upload a new video.